Whether it is the self-absorbed pop star, the designer desperate to be controversial, or the misguided soul seeking a status symbol, this is how the fashion accessory that hangs on their back lived and died. Finland is one of the largest fur-producing countries in the world, and the biggest global producer of fox pelts. The fur industry claims welfare is high here, and the Finnish Fur Breeders Association boasts all fur animals in Finland are bred in a manner honoring their well-being. This video looks inside over 30 Finnish fur farms and tells a very different story. For an industry of such wealth, peddling opulence around the world, the squalor and desperate lives of the animals being reared for their skins are a stark contrast. The riches of the industry have not trickled down here. These are wild animals being intensively reared in factory farms. They are captive bred, but it takes thousands of years to domesticate a species and change its nature. These animals have only been selected for the quality of their fur. Like animals in zoos, they retain their natural instincts, their needs, their fears. Foxes and mink are naturally shy, secretive animals with large territories who instinctively avoid human contact. Mink are fiercely territorial, semi-aquatic, and would naturally spend much of their day in water. Their cages on fur farms are small, lack cover to hide, and force them into close proximity with hundreds of other animals and humans. Their life is at odds with their instincts. They live in fear. A fox who might travel for miles in a day is kept in a tiny cage. Can you really convince yourself this animal does not long to be free? The floors of the cages are a harsh wire mesh. This allows excrement to fall through and pile up beneath the cages. The fur stays unsoiled, ready for market, while the foxes and mink stand uncomfortably, surrounded by the sight, sound, and stench of thousands of others in the same distress. Claws become overgrown, limbs deformed, and damaged cages leave bloody, open wounds. What kind of world have these tiny fox cubs been born into? Barely able to walk across the gaping holes in the cage, huddled together for comfort and warmth, their tiny legs falling through the floor. Some will lie dead on the cage floor within weeks. Perhaps the lucky ones die early. These animals have been left with bloody stumps where their tails once were, likely the result of fighting in the confined space with nowhere to hide. These have their vision blurred by weeping, infected and injured eyes. Some may have even lost their eyes. Some animals have been injured for so long that limbs were shriveling away. This poor male fox was filmed on 3 separate occasions, his condition deteriorating over a period of more than 3 months. A severe disorder has caused his head to tilt awkwardly to one side. His eyes and mouth are both affected. His claws are overgrown and an ear has withered. This fox, his face cruelly twisted, is suffering from gingival hyperplasia, a condition found in farmed foxes since the 1940s. This causes the gums to severely overgrow. It is a chronic condition, and the fox must have been enduring this for some time. Day after day, for month after month, workers passed by these wretched, broken, suffering animals. Did anybody care? And how long did this filth take to pile up? The frightened and damaged, the wounded, and dying. This is the real cost of fur. After a few months, those that survive will be gassed or electrocuted, then skinned. Their broken bodies discarded, their skins repackaged and marketed as glamour. Given the circumstances of the industry, the pressures for profit, the wild nature of these animals and their high intelligence, emotional and psychological needs, it is simply not possible for the intensive fur industry to care for these animals humanely. Fur will always mean suffering. Little wonder several countries either have or are in the process of banning fur farming. When the Finnish Fur Breeders Association claim all fur animals in Finland are bred in a manner honoring their well-being, what do you think now?